Gordon, Magic Mike. We're here with Butch Patrick, a.k.a. Eddie Munster, and we've been talking with him about life as Eddie, what life was like with Fred Gwynn, Yvonne DiCarlo, the cast of the Munsters. We've talked with him about his 1983 band, Eddie and the Munsters, and the song Whatever Happened to Eddie. And Butch, you've got a lot of things going. What is your future? What are you going to be doing? Where are you going to be going? What's happening with you for the next 20, 30 years?
Well, that's one of the fun things. You never know where you're going to be when you're sober. Just every day's a fresh start. Anyway, listen, MunsterMuscle.com. I really enjoy motorcycles and cars, muscle cars, so I buy a lot of them. I send them to Australia, and then I go down and visit them, so I enjoy Australia a lot. The book, Munster Memories, will be a nice book coming out next year because the 50th anniversary wave. I actually have a line of tattoo ink. I've had so many people come up to me and show me their tattoos of the Munsters and my likeness on them that a guy came up to me, Formula 51, and he says, how would you like to go around the world and go see the tattoo world? I said, well, I actually got one tattoo on my shoulder. I said, all right, I can do that. And then we do the radio thing. We got the car thing. I work with Solar Energy out in California, an American-based company that sells solar. So my joke is, I've been green for years. Isn't it time for everybody to go green? And so things outside the business to make, everybody's got to make a living. And this way, it keeps you from having to work a 9 to 5.
No desk job for you.
No desk job for me. I'm just on the road all the time, and even the radio show I do is only going to be Tuesday through Thursday, so I have my weekends open for my travels.
So how can people listen to you? Where can we tune in to hear Eddie Munster on the radio?
Yeah, right here.
Well, today, yes.
WIXY1260.
Yeah, I don't want to push the WIXY listeners away, but
it'll be WRCN in Long Island, and it'll as it develops, it'll probably become a podcast and internet thing. And but right now, it's just a classic rock station on Long Island.
Love the classic rock.
Yeah.
What else are you doing? Anything with TV, with movies, anything in the future with that?
I've gotten a couple people have submitted scripts to me, and one of them, I'm a cancer survivor and I'm a pre-diabetic, so one of these guys has a thing called Cancer in Wonderland, and it's a very artsy Tim Burton approach to cancer, and he's a really good filmmaker out of USC. So I kind of lend my name to that, and I'm trying to get him some funding for that. I work with Louise Harrison, George's older sister, on her environmental projects, which I really like, and I've known Lou for about 20 years now, so she's really an inspiration for me with what she does. And I love the Beatles, and obviously she knows them better than anybody, and she's got her Beatle band Liverpool Legends, and her thing is HKMA, help keep music alive in schools, and we do Beatle concerts that include the music students to be the orchestral part of the deal in the Sgt. Pepper, and the money goes back to the tax to the schools that are losing their music programs to tax cuts. So I really am close to that.
That's awesome, because a lot of kids have to do the pay and play, so that kind of alleviates that then, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, one last question.
Sure.
And this is going to be a little philosophical, I guess.
Okay.
So we can go to that mode, right?
Let me get on my philosophical.
Okay, we're there. After all these years of all of this, what's one thing that you would say that you're taking away from life experience? What have you learned that's been, I guess, the greatest thing that you, or what maybe has somebody told you that you've kind of kept with you all of these years that, you think about all the time?
Well, the thing of being famous of sorts, or at least, the thing with me is I can walk through the airport, nobody really recognizes me, but if I want to play Eddie Munster, I can put on the Eddie Munster t-shirt, and then people go, oh, I see it now. So I have kind of like the best of both worlds. I can be anonymous, and yet I can be, I can turn it on, I can turn it off, which is kind of cool. Fred and Al couldn't do that. They were pigeonholed as Grandpa and Herman. He loved it, Fred hated it, so back and forth. Mainly what I just tell people when I used to teach how to get in the show business to people, I go, look at it as a hobby. Be grateful if it turns into a career, but if you like what you do, it'll help you in all your endeavors, whatever you choose to do. Your interaction with other people is important, and don't sweat the small stuff. There's whatever's bothering you that day is really a very small problem you have in the big picture. Don't let it overwhelm you.
That's really, really good, because I went back into radio, so I'm going to remember that. Tonight, you are going to be at Hauntville Haunted Houses at 1579 West River Road in Elyria, and that is what you're going to be, where you're going to be tonight, correct? Am I right?
I hope so.
Is that where he's going?
Because I just got off a plane and I'm being directed by
He's
others.
just getting in a car and letting somebody drive him around.
The good news is, if you find me tonight, we bring out your Munster stuff. What we do is I have some great 8x10s for sale, but if you bring your Munster stuff, there's no charge for the autograph of your merchandise.
Wow.
I have an 8 foot tall by 6 foot wide picture of the Munster family. If you're in a costume, people love to pose in front of it as a keepsake for the evening with Eddie, 2013. And look at this. When's the next time you're going to get a chance to come out and pose with Eddie Munster on Halloween?
Exactly.
I may not be here next year. I may be pushing up daisies, but I don't plan on it.
Well, I'm going to be posing with Eddie here in a few minutes because I plan on getting my picture taken a lot of times tonight before he leaves here. So, Again, Butch, it's been a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
We have loved talking to you. Thank you for answering all of my... I needed to know about those teeth, man. I'm so glad I asked that question. Because no, you actually answered it without me having to answer.
If you look really closely, you'll notice there are some scenes. I used to have a little cup on the camera, and I was supposed to take out my retainers every scene, and then once in a while I would forget. And then afterwards, I go, I forgot to take out my retainers, but I wouldn't tell them because I didn't want to go back and redo it. So if you look really closely, you will see a couple episodes with me, or a couple scenes when I have my little railroad tracks on my teeth.
That's continuity. So now, you know what? I'm going to go back and watch just to see if I can see that.
Okay.
That's really, really cool. Again, Butch Patrick, a.k.a. Eddie Munster. He's been here with us today, WIXY Studios. You know what? We're going to let you take this one song out for us. Here it is, right here. You know that one?
Who are you?
Oh, yeah. Well, we know who you are. So
That's like a CSI song. Who are you by the Who?
Thank you so much. WIXY1260, it's been a pleasure to have Butch Patrick with us. Keep listening. We have shows going all night tonight until midnight on the WIXY Spooktacular Halloween Show. Thank you again, Butch Patrick.
Thanks, Butch. Yeah.
My hair. Bye.
He said,